Foundations of Art Appreciation. Overview and key concepts. Definition of art. Art can be defined as any creative expression that communicates ideas, emotions, or experiences through visual media. It's a universal language, whether it's a cave painting, a classical sculpture, or a digital collage. The reasons for creating and viewing art is about much more than decoration. It's a fundamental way humans communicate, connect, and make sense of the world. In this section, we'll explore the key motivations behind why artists create and why audiences engage with their work. You'll discover how art serves as self-expression, a means for artists to externalize emotions, ideas, and personal experiences. Storytelling and communication, a visual language that conveys narratives, beliefs, and values across time and cultures. Cultural identity and preservation, a mirror of societal norms, traditions, and collective memory, helping communities define and remember themselves. Social commentary and change, a powerful tool to challenge the status quo, raise awareness, and inspire action. Aesthetic and emotional experience, a source of beauty, wonder, and emotional resonance that enriches everyday life. Self-expression. Art offers creators a unique outlet to externalize their innermost thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Whether through bold brushstrokes, abstract forms, or lyrical words, artists translate the intangible joy, grief, hope, frustration into a tangible medium. This process not only helps artists process and communicate complex emotions, but also invites viewers to connect empathetically with another's personal journey. Storytelling and communication. Long before written language, humans used images and symbols to convey narratives and ideas. Art continues this tradition by packaging stories, myths, histories, everyday moments into visual or auditory form. A single painting can recount a mythological tale. A photograph can capture a social reality. Through shared symbols and metaphors, art becomes a universal language that transcends cultural and linguistic barriers. Cultural identity and preservation communities express their values, beliefs, and traditions through the art they produce. From indigenous motifs carved in wood to ceremonial dance performances, art encapsulates a society's collective memory. By preserving these works, whether in museums, archives, or public spaces, we safeguard the cultural heritage that defines a group's identity and passes it on to future generations. Social commentary and change artists often hold up a mirror to society, using their work to critique injustice, question norms, and spark dialogue. A satirical cartoon can challenge political corruption. A protest song can galvanize a movement. In this way, art becomes a catalyst for reflection and action, empowering viewers to reconsider entrenched beliefs and potentially to drive social transformation. Aesthetic and emotional experience. Beyond meaning and message, art delights the senses and stirs the soul. The harmony of colors, the rhythm of lines, the texture of materials, all combine to create moments of beauty, wonder, and contemplation. This sensory engagement can uplift mood, inspire awe, or simply provide a peaceful escape from daily life, enriching our emotional well-being. By understanding these driving forces, you'll gain deeper insight into both the creation and appreciation of art, and learn to approach every artwork with curiosity about the story it's telling and the impact it can have on both creator and viewer. Self-expression, storytelling, cultural identity, social commentary, aesthetic pleasure. Artists create to express personal visions, tell stories, reflect cultural values, or challenge societal norms. As viewers, we engage with art for inspiration, emotional resonance, historical insight, or simply the joy of beauty. Roles of artists, patrons, and viewers. Artist at work in a studio, patron commissioning a piece, visitor observing in a gallery. Artists are the creators, translating ideas into form. Patrons, whether individuals, institutions, or communities, commission and support art financially. And viewers complete the cycle by interpreting, critiquing, and finding personal meaning in the work. Learning outcomes. By the end of this course, you will be able to A. Identify the basic elements of art and principles of design in any artwork. B. Use the appropriate terminology to describe what you see, from line and color to balance and rhythm. Identify elements and principles. Describe with proper terminology elements of art. Line examples of straight, curved, diagonal lines in drawings and architecture. Line is the path of a moving point. It defines shapes, suggests movement, and can convey emotion. Think of the energy in a jagged line versus the calm of a smooth curve. Shape geometric versus organic shapes in paintings. Shape refers to two-dimensional areas defined by lines or color. Geometric shapes feel structured. Organic shapes feel natural and fluid. Color wheel animation, contrasting warm and cool palettes. Color has three properties: hue, the color name; value, lightness or darkness; and intensity, brightness. Artists use color to create mood and focus attention. Value, grayscale gradient, chiaroscuro in Baroque painting. Value is the lightness or darkness of a color. High contrast in value can create drama, while subtle shifts build depth. Texture close-ups of impasto paint, smooth marble, rough wood grain. Texture is the surface quality, real or implied. You can almost feel the rough bark or glossy glaze just by looking. Principles of design. Principles of design. Balance, symmetrical facade of a cathedral versus an asymmetrical modern sculpture. Balance is the visual weight distribution. Symmetry feels stable, asymmetry feels dynamic. Contrast black and white photography, bold color blocks. Contrast emphasizes differences, light versus dark, smooth versus rough, making elements stand out. Emphasis. A single red object in a muted scene. Emphasis creates a focal point, guiding the viewer's eye to the most important part of the composition. Movement repeating diagonal lines in futurist paintings. Movement suggests action or directs the eye through the artwork, often achieved with lines, shapes, or color transitions. Pattern and rhythm. Repeating motifs in textile design, musical notation overlay. Pattern is the repetition of elements. Rhythm is the visual tempo it creates, much like beats in music. Unity and variety. A harmonious landscape painting with varied textures. Unity makes a composition feel cohesive. Variety prevents it from becoming monotonous. Together, they keep the viewer engaged. Now that you know the building blocks of art, its elements and design principles, you're ready to look at any artwork with a more informed eye. In upcoming lessons, we'll apply these concepts to real masterpieces, practice analyzing works step by step, and build your confidence in discussing art. And for more in-depth lessons on art appreciation, check out our other videos in this series and visit ElevateU at www.elevateu.online to sign up for courses. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to continue your